Hi friends, in this IBM Sterling B2B Integrator tutorial series, we are going to learn how to run a business process using Graphical Process Manager, which is also called as a GPM. So, the agenda of this tutorial is how to create a business process using GPM. Okay, we will create a hello world process, and after that we will see how to check in that business process in Sterling server, what are the different mechanisms for checking in. Then we will run this business process using Sterling dashboard, and we will also see how Sterling server maintains versioning of different business process. So now let's go back to the Sterling dashboard. So this is the Sterling dashboard, and if what I need to do, we will come over here in the manager, and from this manager click on the go button, and from here we can start GPM. So in GPM we will create a business process. Okay, in this business process, okay, so let's give some name over here, and I'm giving the name to this business process file, save as, validate on save, yes, and I'm giving here in the my documents, let me create a folder and sample BP. Okay, and here I can give some name as a 01 underscore sample sign BP. Okay, so here while we were saving this business process, we enable validation, and that's why we are getting this error, there is no start node in the graph. Okay, so first let me go to view and stencils and click on the BPML. So here we will get all the generic BP activities. So in this business process, we are going to use assign activity. Assign activity is the activity which will put a constant value into the business process. Okay, so along with the assign activity, we will see sequence start and sequence end activity. So sequence activities are used for sequential execution. Okay, so I put a start button, end, and sequence start, sequence end. Okay, and here I am going to use assign activity. This is a similar to the hello world program of Sterling, where I am getting a request from one trading partner, and we are using the sequential activities to execute all the sequential tasks, and here we are assigning one constant value in the assign activity. Okay, so assign activities has three parameters. One is the constant value, what value we are going to fix. Okay, and then from which activity I am getting the request, and to what activity I am going to set the to send this request. Okay, so here suppose I gave as a partner A, here I gave as a partner B, and in the constant I gave something called as a hello world. Okay, fine. Now since we have already saved this process, I can just make it as a save. Okay, so this process got saved over here, 01 underscore sample assign BP, and if you want to validate this process, you can just come over to build and validate. So we got the message validation successful. So this process, it's a sample hello world program in Sterling. We created this. Okay, now we want to deploy this process into Sterling server. Okay, so there are two ways we can deploy a business process in Sterling server. One is directly from the here from the GPM. Okay, so you can go to tools and you can select source manager, and we can select here add. and process name. So 01 underscore sample assign BP. Next. Okay, so these are the properties which we set while we do deployment. So we will keep all this property as a constant. Next. Okay, finish. Okay, so it says your operation completed successfully. So this process successfully deployed into the server. If you want to see, here all the processes are present which are already there in the server. Okay, so we just need to refresh over here and you can see this process successfully deployed and I can see it over here. Okay, so now your process is deployed into the server. Okay, now you want to test. So for testing any business process, we need to come to Sterling dashboard here in the manager, and at this point you can just search your process 01 underscore. Okay, so now we can see this process coming over here 01 underscore sample assign BP. Okay, at this point you will see there are two things, one is a source manager, another one is a execution manager. Okay, so source manager is basically if I want to see the actual business process, the source code of the business process, you can click to the source manager, and here if you click on the edit, you can see the actual business process. So the BP which you are creating in GPM, it is nothing a XML message. So you can see a process. Since we are using the sequence activity, so sequence, and here you have the assign activity. In the assign activity you are giving the to parameter, from parameter, and the constant value. Okay, if anybody has a good knowledge in XML, so we can directly edit our business process here itself and we can validate over here. Okay, so as of now we are not making any changes over here. Okay, if you want to check out any existing business process, you can directly click over here check out, and it will check out the current version. Okay, so this is about the source manager. Okay, and let's go back. Okay, so as we see, another one is a execution manager. Execution manager we use for running this business process or executing this business process. Okay, so it came over here. So here you can see, we can see over here if there is any change history to this business process. So for executing or running this BP, I need to click over here in execute. Okay, if there is any input file in any input document which we are using, we need to click over here and select the file. If there, since for our business process there is no input document, so we can directly click on go button, and here you can see each activity. The first activity this executed, and after that it shows like assigned service got executed correctly. Okay, and we can see the status as a success for both the activities. Okay, and here if I want to see what is the actual instance data, I can see it over here in the info, and in the info you can see this is the actual instance data where it has assigned the to value, that is the partner B where I am sending the message. Okay, so that is the job of assign activity. Okay, if I want to see this business process in dashboard, whether this instance was running or not, so you need to come over here from monitor to current processes, and here you can see this is the ID 9085 and this process executed at this time. Okay, so again if you come over here ID, and here you can see the executed instance. Okay, and again if you want to execute the same instance, you can click on the restart. Okay, and in our next tutorial I will describe in more detail what is the difference between simple and advanced restart. So let's click on the restart, go. So this restart will again execute the same business process. You can see one more instance of the same business process is reflecting over here. Okay, so what we learned in this tutorial, we saw how to create a business process in GPM. Okay, how to connect all the activities. Then we saw how to check in the business process from the GPM using tools and source manager. Okay, and then after that we saw how to run a business process from Sterling dashboard. Okay, so if you have any questions or doubt about this tutorial, so you can write down in the comment section. And if you have any queries regarding any training, you can call us or email us in this email ID. Thank you. We will publish some more tutorial soon.